do everything in their power to sit idly by the side and hope that people will recognize that the Republicans are cruel on their own, and maybe they'll get a marginal victory.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. Yeah. We need people to be, we need our Dems to be making so much fucking noise right now on every single platform, channel, talk about how devastating this will be for future generations of Americans to come. But maybe they will, maybe they won't. You know, you think they will?
I dream of a future Democratic Party that is a real opposition party comprised of socialists, where like AOC is the centrist Democrat.
Yeah.
AOC is like the representative of like the establishment version of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And you have far more radical, outspoken leftist, socialist, trade unionists alike. Yeah. That are consistently fighting for bettering work conditions, giving, expanding the social safety nets that exist rather than allowing it to fall apart. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Who knows? Yeah. It's just, it doesn't seem like it at all.
I mean, but if people say that, right? And then like, look who we just elected as mayor of New York, right? Like if there has to be an appetite for that, at least a little appetite for that. And like, I think over these next couple of years when Zoran is our mayor and we see how he operates, leading the biggest city in this country, maybe that could yield to more people wanting to see leadership like that in federal positions. But maybe that's the optimist in me. But
the problem is I don't think they want to win, because if they did,
who wants to win?
I don't think the Democrats want to win. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, because if they did, they would at least be like doing things differently right now. If they did, they would be jumping on the Zoran bandwagon.
Mm-hmm. I think I disagree with you. I agree and disagree with you. I think some Democrats, maybe the majority of Democrats, don't want to win because they can't accept the views from someone like a Zoran because of whomever got them elected, right? But I think there's a large portion within our party that is filled with people who are excited about a Zoran, who are still excited about an AOC, who will take this opportunity as a chance to run for office themselves, and be able to beat the big money that is keeping in power the Dems that don't want to win.
I'll say like this. Yeah. I think the Democrats want to win, but they want to win on their own terms. Yeah. And I think this past election cycle basically proved that point once again, where there is this 75-25 issue with Israel, and Kamala Harris did not separate herself from Joe Biden in any meaningful capacity. Yeah. And Kamala Harris did not try to chart a new path, knowing full well that this new path would most likely help her out. Yeah. Like, I think when Democrats say, oh, we're fearful of speaking out against Israel because like our constituents are going to get mad, I don't think that was the case. I think that they wanted to try and win in the ways that they want to by like implementing the Chuck Schumer method of winning over voters in the, white collar voters in the suburbs and losing out the blue collar voters in the process. Like that is how they wanted to win. And that was a failure. And now they're like, how do we get people back on board with our version of the Democratic Party, rather than how do we listen to the masses? Do we listen to the voters? And change our message and change our platform in its entirety.
We might have to force them to change then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we don't need to wait on their terms to create the change that we want to see in this country. I think we're seeing a lot of, and this is what we were seeing in New York, and I keep on bringing it back to our mayoral race. Like, that wasn't just like far left people who were voting for Zoran, right? This was like Park Slope moms, folks across the city, that don't traditionally vote for a Democratic Socialist, candidate for anything, who are pissed at Trump, who are pissed at the response that traditional Democrats are giving to Trump. So they chose to go with something new and something exciting and something different, right?
Yeah.
And of course, New York City is different than many places in this country, but we do have a lot of liberals, you know what I mean, who do vote, like folks in Michigan and Wisconsin, who did end up voting for Zoran and are excited about Zoran and are like standing him, which is a great precedent for how things could potentially change.
Yeah.
In other states.
I see the positives for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just
skeptical.
I am always going to to be skeptical
of course, me too.
Until proven otherwise.
I mean, I think this is and I think your skepticism is real, because I think after AOC won, there was that huge element of hope that I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, with the Justice Democrats
and Dems responded negatively to that, right, and started creating this additional infrastructure, not only to attack Republicans, but to like fend off insurgent progressive candidates.
They did that. And then also another thing that they did, and they're trying to do that again right now, was, well, look at all the young moderate candidates that also won. And they tried to like present this like
Isaiah Martin.
Yeah. I think there was, then there's the CIA lady as well. I think that was another one.
Is that Slotkin?
No, Slotkin's this time around.
Okay.
What was it? What was the other one? Anyway, there's a bunch. There are a bunch of like moderate Dems that they try to prop up as like young. Oh yeah, Spamberger. That they tried to position Abigail Spamberger to position against the Justice Democrat wing, where they were like, no, you don't understand. Like we have young talent in the party that's like still in agreement with like the old ways of doing things, like third way neoliberalism.
But that's the whole point, though. I mean, did that work? Did that person get elected?
No, the people that had gotten elected, I'm saying that they presented as like a different vision.
Yeah, I know.
Who's this for? Says Ken Klippenstein. Hakeem Jeffries is the leader America deserves. It's for me. I'm horny for Hakeem. So that's what I want.
And so is your chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're already seeing some budding examples of that. I threw out Isaiah Martin's name, right? I think I saw someone's like tweet. Someone tweeted right after Zoran won that was like, this is the pathway to win, having good social media. And like, that was just like their entire take of it, which is not the point, right? You can't be a moderate centrist Dem who's a corporate shill and have, social media of you like walking and talking at a fast pace with quick cuts and think that that's like the way to.
That was Harry Sasson. That's the one who said it.
Terrible take, right?
Who, by the way, who's like, he has literally been doing the social media thing, but for the old decrepit institutional Democrats, and they all failed. So obviously, like Kamala Harris did the Brad Summer shit. Like she had a social media.
It was
team.
a very online campaign, right?
She did a fuck ton of social media.
Yeah.
Just like she had the money advantage.
Yeah.
And that didn't work.
Yeah.
Because if the message is ass, then you can put it everywhere, but it doesn't change the reality that the message is still ass. Like people were not receiving that message positively.
I think it's like the message is ass, and then also like if you are a puppet to like the same very donors that are standing in the way of our lives getting better, I think people can read through that shit, right? Especially if you are taking this untraditional route into communicating with voters. I think people can easily see through that shit, right? Like you clearly can't say things like freeze the rent when you are like bought out by the real estate industry. Lobby, you know what I mean? You can't, talk against the genocide in Gaza if like AIPAC is funding your campaign. So like those issues that a lot of maybe this new wave of candidates are going to hold or not hold. Like you can't communicate that just through social media if you're not, if you can't stand on business because of those who are funding your campaigns.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to this demon.
Yeah, I didn't even watch this.
Me and my son hold each other accountable for watching porn. Yeah. Michael Johnson.
Deep in the weeds on the changes, and they wanted to fully understand what those amendments were and how they would interact with
if you're closeted gay and Republican, you're evil.
Wait, you think he's a?
You don't think so? I have
I
a gay vibe from him.
I feel like
him.
No, I think well, I mean, Lindsey Graham's the obvious one.
Lindsey Graham, Mike,
or wait, who else?
I don't think I should say that.
No, say it.
I don't think I should. I think Mike Lawler is a hidden gay man too.
Mike Lawler. Okay.
I just think his like I think I said this on the stream last time, but the way he dressed in black, the way he dressed in blackface as Michael Jackson was like
the one black dude who didn't have to dress in blackface for.
But he was like, it was. I swear, look up that picture of Mike Lawler in blackface on the New York Times. It's the fruitiest picture you've ever seen of someone in your life. But that's my only take on it.
He is Josh Hawley is another one.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Have you ever seen Josh Hawley kiss his wife?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to show.
Is that fucked up to say? I think there's like. Well, I don't know if you're able to. Maybe I can say that. Is it fair to say that if you're closeted and gay, then you end up, especially in this day and age, as a Republican, you end up doing some really cruel shit to other people because you're afraid of being yourself or can't be? That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
This is a gay man.
That's crazy.
Sorry. There is no, like, he has sheer disgust kissing his wife.
Not only is this like a crazy picture because of that, but I've never seen two people with no lips kissing each other.
Yeah. No, he kisses his wife like he's in a K-drama. Okay, this is like no shot.
That's
no shot.
Crazy.
He also is the most in shape man in the state of Missouri.
I think that's a sign.
There's another. Yeah, that's
a gay sign.
There's a photo. When I think of like Josh Hawley being a gay man, I think of like him with
someone said that's ableism
with his pecs at fucking Whole Foods in the middle of the day purchasing wine.
Josh Hawley?
Yeah. No, he is like he was caught like at Whole Foods like buying wine or something.
Really?
Like someone took a photo of him, and I was like, that's a gay guy.
Yeah,
like, that's just like he is in.
It's sad. I mean,
remarkable shape.
I bet if they were out, then they wouldn't be Republicans or wouldn't be evil. Maybe right?
Come on. Yeah. This photo of Josh Hawley wine shopping at 2:30 on a workday pretty much sums up everything on this one.
Yeah.
Look at his pecs.
He's getting the Josh wine.
Look at his pecs.
Yeah.
No one in Missouri has this body fat percentage. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Maybe I don't. Yeah, he wasn't on my gaydar.
No, he's.
Really?
I mean, come on. These two images
Who's
is
that,
all you need to know.
Isn't there that? Who's that guy? Is Brian Johnson? Who's that? He's like a Republican.
Florida?
No. He's not an elected official. He's that. Maybe I'm getting the name wrong. He's that Republican.
Byron Donalds is the Florida representative.
He's like a right wing Twitch streamer or maybe like Twitter
Benny
guy.
Johnson?
Benny Johnson.
Oh, Benny Johnson's gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benny Johnson. I know for a fact his wife doesn't allow him to go.
Oh, he has a wife.
He is a.
Republicans call him gay, right? Like,
Benny Johnson is not allowed to go on work trips without his wife anymore.
Really?
I wonder why.
Wow. She doesn't let him, or like his agency doesn't let him? Okay.
She doesn't let him.
Oh my God.
She does not let Benny Johnson. Remember when he has a lavender marriage. Remember when he was posting about
where AOC is from?
No. He was posting about like how there's like all these gay cruise asses on the ads on the military website, like military.com.
And it was like, those are your targeted ads.
Yeah. What is this? He was doing the onion meme of like, why are all these gay guys sucking my dick everywhere I go? Him and the Casey kicker who said women should stay in the kitchen at the graduation speech look like a gay wedding announcement. Oh, this is There's also a photo of him looking at Harrison Buttkiss.
Harrison Buttkiss?
Yeah.
Who's that?
His name is Harrison Butt something, but Harrison Butker. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a
there's a photo
Midwestern gay couple.
There is a photo of Josh Hawley staring longingly at Harrison. Like, and I've never seen him show that kind of emotion towards his wife ever.
Okay, go back to the Mike Johnson clip. I interrupted you and we went
on a
gay
tangent.
investigating.
No, so what I was gonna say is like you have the obvious like clearly in the closet gay men in the Republican Party, but then you also have like a different type of sociopath where I think like Like Mike Johnson fits the second category.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the Steven Crowders of the world who are closeted, there's always like a Matt Walsh who was just like a fucking psycho.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mike Johnson is like,
category.
I think he's just like a straightforward, only have sex to reproduce. Like, you know, God is great. God is my moral compass or whatever. Republican God, Republican Jesus is my moral compass. Like, I could see him like whipping himself at the end of the day for like doing something sacrilegious.
But why? It's so crazy. Like, he has black kids, right? Mike Johnson has black kids.
What?
Like adopted black kids, just like Amy Coney Barrett.
Wait, what?
I think from like...
Just like Laura Ingraham has adopted Guatemalan children. Yeah, or El Salvador.
I think he has black kids. Him and Amy Coney Barrett.
Yo, the Jesus. Oh my God. Speaker Mike Johnson explained why his adopted black son is not involved in his bubble.
I think he's
I did not know.
Or something.
What?
I could be wrong on that, but...
Johnson and his wife took custody of a black teenager named Michael 24 years ago and raised him as their son. However, others raised questions when it became apparent that Michael was absent from Johnson's public life, including his absence from Johnson's family portrait.
Like, you can't run for office with a black son.
What? Johnson's communications director, Korean Day, explained Michael's absence.
Someone said The Blind Side. That's crazy.
When Speaker Johnson first ran for Congress in 2016.
That's like Jordan Peele, The Blind Side. Like, that's his adaptation of it.
At the time of the Speaker's election to Congress, Michael was an adult with a family of his own. He asked not to be involved in their new public life. The Speaker has respected that sentiment throughout his career and maintains a close relationship with Michael to this day.
You didn't know this? This is like the first thing I learned about him when he became Speaker.
Bro.
Yeah.
What the
While testifying against reparations for slavery in front of the House committee, Johnson said that he understood. Scroll down a little bit. Maybe he spoke about it.
Discrimination because of his experiences with Michael. While testifying against reparations for slavery.
Yeah, this is Jordan Peele's remake of The Blind Side, Mike Johnson and Michael.
Dude, there's something really freaky about like a lot of these openly racist white nationalist Christians that go and like adopt black and brown children.
Yeah.
What is that?
Amy Coney Barrett has like 4 black kids, right?
Yeah, I know she had like I knew that she has like a bunch of adopted children. Some of them are black. I didn't know exactly the number, but there is something. Like,
I don't know if it's
that?
4, but
what is it? What the fuck is that?
It definitely has to be like a deeply rooted in like slave. It's like legal slavery. I don't know. I can't speak to these kids' experiences. Maybe they love their parents.
But I just like, well, I don't.
White saviorism is definitely like a part of it.
I just don't understand how they like become so overtly racist or were overtly racist, and then they did that. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like they gave him like a get out of racist free card. Like I can't be racist. I have a black son.
That's too much investment for just like one talking.
And they don't care that they don't care that they're called racist either, right? They're still called racist.
I don't think they give a shit. They're like, hell yeah, I'm racist.
Maybe they were once. I don't know. You think that maybe they were once good people and then became racist as they progressed?
No.
OG racist from the get go.
I mean, he is
from Louisiana.
Yeah.
There's no faking that.
I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. I don't understand it. It just like weirds me out. Because like if they weren't like, obviously if they were like granola ass, like, you know, Portland liberals or something, and they adopted like a black kid, I'd be like, that's still, you know, there's still some going on there, but like that makes more sense.
Right. You still have the Black Lives Matter sign in your window. You know what I mean?
Like these guys are literally
the Confederate flag is not on the lawn, you know?
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
I know.
He was 25 when he adopted his black teenager son. I mean, still. Yeah.
Wait, Mike Johnson was 25?
Mike Johnson was 25. His son was 14 when they adopted him.
What?
Which, you know, makes it even wilder, I think. This is the Butker picture. Oh, no, this is not even the one I was thinking of.
Wow, there's many pictures of them.
There are more.
Wait, who is Butker? He's a football player?
He's the kicker for, I guess, what was it? The Kansas City.
Butt kicker. Okay.
Right? And he's like, he became famous in the...
Dipping his toe into politics or something.
Well, no, he became famous because he was like he delivered a speech. I forget where, but he was like saying how all you ladies that are graduating from college today, like, you should be good wives to your husbands.
Oh my God.
Like, it was, oh, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is what I was thinking.